It's almost over anyway.
That's the spirit.
It's almost over anyway.
Hey guys, what's going on? Happy Friday. Happy Valentine's Day.
Yep.
Man.
It was quite a day.
It was quite a day.
Yeah, Jen's looking great. She's wearing fucking pleather pants, tight pleather pants, and her fucking long over-the-knee fucking boots. You guys got to see these things, man.
I was questioning whether I was going to wear these or not, because I'm like, it's kind of hot out.
Put your boot out. Put your foot out.
Oh, okay. Wait, I can barely...
Can't stay. In the light. In the light.
Don't give everybody...
Can't really see them.
Yeah. I mean, you know, they get that idea.
Hold your later. There you go.
They get the idea.
There you go.
I haven't worn these in a while, actually.
Yeah.
Because the zipper is a little bit iffy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because sometimes...
Whoops. What's happening? What happened?
He's dropping it in.
Yeah. Oh, man, I'm just fucking... It fell.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
A likely story.
It fell.
It fell. You're shameless, Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to the Valentine's Memento Mori tonight. On Valentine's Day this year. So we'll probably only be on for like an hour or something, hour, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's a good night.
This is going to be the only one I'm going to drink because I got to drive.
Yeah, we can't get like super fucked up, unfortunately, because we got to drive there. But, you know, and it's kind of far.
Today was fucking Valentine's. And getting into a restaurant. I wanted to go to a steakhouse. But to get into fucking Longhorns, man.
Yeah, we wanted to.
You fucking forget about it on a Valentine's.
I think we did that last year.
Yeah.
But we went super early, so it wasn't really that crowded.
I guess we did go last year, didn't we?
Yeah, but like I said, we went like right when they opened because we're nerds.
So instead of doing that, I went down to one of these. We got this little market here that has a butcher shop with locally grown animals, meat in it, including beef.
Yeah, local meat and local produce.
And local
from
produce.
all the farms around here.
Yeah, it's nice. They even have a menu where you can order from them online.
Yeah,
and they'll have it ready for you. They gave me all this. They have like fucking packs of meat, like fucking barbecue specials, like $139, and it tells
surf
you all
and
the
turf
meat.
And big old box of stuff.
Lobster and shit. So I go down there, and they got New York strips, and they had one of them that was like fucking $19, and another one that was like $16, $15, something like that. Those are the two biggest ones. I got that. Cooked it up on the grill out here.
And they're like that thick.
It was like fucking that thick. We couldn't finish it.
No, I couldn't finish.
Had baked potatoes, sour cream with fresh chives that grown out there, fresh carrots that I grew out there. It was fucking great.
Oh my god, really it was so good.
Yeah, and the broccoli was fucking grown locally.
Yeah.
I didn't grow it.
So it was all like local stuff, either from our yard or from around here.
And fucking, I gotta say, man, it was better than Longhorn.
Well, it was certainly cheaper too.
Fucking
it was better and cheaper. I mean, because usually if we go to Longhorn, because like I said, we go there sometimes like because it's a little pricey. It's not horribly pricey, but it's more than we would usually pay.
I thought it was close to about $70 a person, wasn't it?
No, it depends
like
on what you get. Yeah. Like, I think usually when we go, it's usually over $100 for both of us, but that depends. Like, if you get cocktails and
there's gonna be
shit like that. Like, which we don't usually because we go during the day.
Yeah, we have before, though.
We have before. Like, we've gotten cocktails, and I think it was like $150, but...
Yeah.
I don't know. I usually get the filet, but I usually get, like, a small one because I can't eat that much in one sitting. So I think that's, like, $30 or something like that.
I get the Longhorn, which is a New York strip, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's looking good. Big. This was bigger, though. And I'm bitter.
Yeah, it was... Yeah.
I had that fucking grill hot as shit. Put them on there. I coated them with fucking olive oil and salt. Seared it. Both sides. Hers was rare. Mine was medium rare. They came out fucking great. Real tender.
Man, they were so good.
Yeah, nice. And I walked in, and in the last like few seconds, I was coming back in with a fucking plate and the tongs and shit that caught fire at the bottom. And the flames came up and burnt my side. Just charred it. Didn't char hers, but charred mine. But it tasted great. I didn't even knock the char off of it. It was only on one side, and I was just, no, that's perfect amount.
Yeah, it's good.
It was just, it didn't go deep. It was just on the surface.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm going to roll with that. I was glad I did. I was like, man, this shit's fucking good, man. It fucking set it off. She got a little bit of it. The char.
Yeah.
But not as much as mine.
Well, because you took mine off before, because like I said, I like it rare.
Yeah.
I like a rare ass steak.
No, they came off at the same time.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Mine went on before yours.
Oh, I gotcha. So you put yours on first.
Yeah.
Just took them
And then they all came up at the same time. That's how you do it.
But yeah, that was like really good. And honestly, you know, going out to eat on Valentine's, it's kind of nice, but you know, it's crowded because everybody's doing that.
Yeah. We're going to the club tonight anyway for Valentine's Day.
And we're going to the club tonight anyway.
Yeah.
So we got presents. Tom also got me he got me the steaks and he also got me some chocolate. And
Jen got me a present, a whole bunch. It was about 10 pictures.
It was 10, like some artwork for
artwork she made.
That I made for the bedroom and stuff.
Little goth girl portraits and stuff. They're all in the frames. It looks good.
Yeah, like all like retro wave looking.
Yeah, maybe I should get some because they match the house. You get a couple? I'll get a couple to show.
Yeah, just get it. You don't have to get all 10 of them, but you know what I mean. But yeah, that's what I got. So yeah, we had a kind of a low key thing. We had kind of a thing with the car. So I don't know. I think we probably said on Wednesday that the AC in our car was not working, and obviously we're like, well, it's February now and it's starting to get hot. Actually, it already started getting hot in Florida, so it's like, you know, you don't want to be without AC for long. So Tom took it and dropped it off at the place that he usually goes to, and they kept it for a couple of days. And they fixed it, but then, like, Tom was driving the car around yesterday, and he's like, the AC is not working. And he was, like, so fucking pissed. He's like, how did they mess this up?
Yeah.
And he's like, he bought the compressor online and, like, took it to them. So all they had to do was, like, put it in.
Yeah.
And he's like, how'd they fuck this up? I don't understand. So it's like, so all last night he was like, God damn it.
Pissed, yeah.
He was, like, all pissed off about it. And he's like, I can't stop thinking about it.
Show him that.
Oh, yeah.
That's what she made.
Yeah, so I made all these.
She made a bunch of them.
That are just kind of, yeah.
Because there's going to be they're real fucking spooky cool looking.
Yeah. All kind of witchy.
Yeah.
Titty girls. And I did the nun one because we already have like a couple of nuns in there, like gothy nuns.
Bring it a little bit closer so you could...
Like gothy nuns, yeah.
Yeah, she gave me about 10 of them.
Yeah.
They're all about like this.
Yeah, they're all different, but they all are kind of like...
Same color.
Similar...
kind of psychedelic colors.
Because that's kind of the colors that we have in the room.
Yeah.
Because we're trying to put artwork... Because for years we didn't have any artwork in there. Tom painted the walls. They're blue and they're really pretty, but it's just like...
Yeah, we got projections and shit on them.
Yeah, we just never put any art on the walls. So I was like, well, I can make some for not that expensive. I just had to order the frames. But we got some stuff. For Christmas, I got him like an Aliens, kind of a retro wave looking poster from Aliens.
They're asking if they're AI generated.
Yeah. I just did them on... I didn't have time to like fucking paint them or nothing like that. And I have the AI program that I use has a filter like that I like that comes up with really cool shit that looks like the artwork that's already in our room, you know?
Yeah. Now we got a lot of people talking. What is that?
Phantom said I just made some banging shepherd's pie for dinner. Ooh, that sounds good too. CB said, am I wearing a tiara? It's not really a tiara, it's just kind of a headband. Yeah. Honestly, I just usually put it on there just to make sure that the wig doesn't slide around.
She can dance so it doesn't slide off.
You know what I mean? I mean, it's just, I do have the clips on and everything like that, but it's like I'm just paranoid about the hair sliding around.
Yeah, so I get about 30 miles of AC. All right. And I noticed when I was driving out of there that it was intermittent. It would be cold, and then it would be kind of warmish, and then it would be back cold again. And then it was cold for a while. I was going, something not right with this. Then all of a sudden it just went out. And I fucking checked it, and the fucking compressor wasn't clicking on. I put a gauge on the fucking high side, and it was fucking sky high, in the red zone. I was like, fuck, man. And you see, one of the things I gave him when I gave him the compressors, I gave him some compressor oil. But it was still in the trunk, untouched. And I said, I bet you he fucking forgot to put oil in this thing before he fucking...
Which means he probably also fucked up the compressor.
I drove it and fucking burned it out. That's what I was thinking.
And he's like, and I took them that. Like, he paid for it. It was $160
yeah.
or something.
So I run up. And it was $20 for the oil. That was fucking real high-end synthetic oil. Mm. So I take it back there first thing in the morning. The dude's like looking at me like, oh shit, because he knows that car.
I'm in trouble.
Oh shit. And I said, dude, I got 30 miles of AC and it went out. And he's like, huh? And I said, you did put oil in that compressor? And he goes, yeah, of course I put oil. And I said, because the oil that I gave you wasn't used. Yeah, it wasn't. It didn't go with the refrigerant I was using. I says, I got oil. I said, okay. So there's oil in it. Good. He goes, yeah. Pull it around. So he got on it right away, and he's fucking putting gauges on. He's fucking checking fucking connectivity and stuff. And he was fucking stumped. And I was like, I said, it's charged. It took a charge. I says, I don't know why the fucking pressure's so high. And he goes, pressure's the same side on high and low side right now. It said it should be good. He goes, I don't know why it's not turning on. He reached down there and fucking touched it, and it fucking turned on. He was like, what the fuck? And the little electrical connector that you connect the fucking compressor in so it can talk to the fucking, it was loose. So that's all it was. He just fucking didn't have it pushed all the way in. And I was like, oh, fucking thank God. That's all it was.
Because we thought it was going to be like,
I thought it was going to be much worse than that.
Ordeal. Like I said, he was in a bad mood like last night because then he's like, God damn it, I can't believe they fucked that up.
No, the electrical connector to the fucking,
after all that
to
time,
the compressor was loose.
We didn't have a car for like 2.5 days because they were.
Yeah, he did a good job. He just didn't push it all the way in. Didn't click.
We were just like,
and he was like, I think that's what it is. He goes, because I touched it and it came back on. He goes, that must have been that.
Yeah.
And I drove it back and fucking it was blowing cold air.
Well, we'll take it to the club tonight and see. Yeah. We'll blast that cold air.
He says, I can't see anything else of what it could be.
Because it's hot out.
As long as it had fucking oil in the compressor. You know, and that's what I was worried about. If there's oil in there, it's protected. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It can spin and it won't burn itself out.
It was just
everything else would be minor.
It was just a pain in the ass after not having the car for several days and then.
Yeah.
And then
we went a couple months without fucking AC.
Because it was wintertime.
It was wintertime.
So it's like it wasn't.
Yeah. There was a couple days where it was warm though.
Yeah.
And I thought it was going to be a lot more to fix it. I had a fucking evaporator because I shot dye into it and I couldn't UV dye and put a charge in it too to see where it was leaking. I couldn't find the fucking leak. I even got underneath it and fucking looked at the compressor. I didn't see any UV dye. And I said, it's got to be that fucking evaporator. The evaporator is behind the dashboard. It's usually hard to get to, but in a Panther platform, it's not that bad. You can go through the engine bay and get it. It says it's got to be leaking there. So I bought a evaporator core. It looks like a radiator, but it's just kind of wedge shaped, thicker. I bought that, but it was cheap. It was only $40. And I said, you know what? While I'm at it, I'm gonna fucking put a new compressor on it, because those go out in Florida like fucking candy. All right, I'm gonna put a new compressor on it too. I'll get him some oil. And I took it down there with him. Took it down, and I told him the story. And I said, how'd you find the leak? When he came back, he goes, dude, it's not the evaporator core. It's the compressor itself. I was like, no shit. He goes, yeah. So cheap fix. And I was like, oh, great. Labor was only $300. Which is a good deal for here. And that included a charge and fucking the oil. So I asked him when I went down today, I said, how'd you find that leak? And he goes, man, I couldn't fucking, he says, I shot more dye into it myself, man, and I couldn't find that leak either. And he says, when we turned the car off, we heard a hissing. And I reached down and touched the front of the fucking clutch on the front of the compressor, and the hissing stopped. It was loose on there. It was leaking behind there. And he says, I looked back there and I couldn't see any dye either. He says, it's just a weird thing. I can't explain it. I said, wow. He says, but he could touch it and you could hear it seal back up. You know what I'm talking about? Because the coolant or the refrigerant gas escaping, he could hear it escaping from the compressor. And when he touched the clutch on the front of it, because that's what the clutch is, what the drive belt on the front of the car's engaging, it would seal back up, and then you let go of it, the leak would start again. He could hear it. And he goes, it's leaking there. But he looked, he didn't see any UV, ultraviolet fucking dye leaking out of it. It's just...
Because you did that same thing.
I did that same thing.
And you couldn't...
I looked behind it. I didn't see any glowing dye come out of the back of it.
Yeah.
So I said, it's got to be the only other place it could be is the place that you can't see, which would have been evaporator.
Yeah.
He thought the same thing. But they put something on there to fucking test vacuum, because you can disconnect the evaporator core and put vacuum on it. And if it can't hold vacuum, it's leaking.
Yeah.
See what I'm talking about? So that's what they did. and it was holding. That means there's no leak in it. They said it had to be somewhere. It was in the compressor. But you couldn't detect it. You could only hear it.
Crazy. Like I said, I'm just glad it was because the fix was like $1,000 cheaper than I was expecting.
Yeah, it was $1,000 cheaper than I was expecting.
I mean, it was a pain in the ass because we thought they.
I was saving up for it.
Yeah, but thankfully it was.
Yeah,
they called and said, "Hey, it's only $300."
And you cannot survive in Florida without AC in your house and your car.
Yeah,
especially if you got a big luxury car. You're hot as fuck in there.
And the seats are leather.
The seats are leather. You're
sticking to them.
And fucking without AC, everything smells horrible. L carpets just kind of smell like mildew because it's 100% humidity.
Yep. Fucking swamp down here.
Yeah, and you can't ever really get a car. You can't ever really get a car carpet clean enough not to stink in fucking high humidity and high heat. You have to have the AC to keep it dry. And then when you get into the car, you know, even if you fucking shampoo the carpets, which I do, I'll vacuum and shampoo the carpet. You going in there, it has a stale smell until the AC takes over.
I mean, shit. You remember when the power went out because of the hurricane? I think it was only like an hour or two, and the carpet in the house started to stink.
Stink to high heaven because of all the fucking dirt in the carpet and shit. And there's no power, so you can't vacuum.
You know, and yeah,
dirt, bacteria, and fucking
everything just gets wet.
Spores. Mold spores and fucking...
It's gross, man.
What do you call it? Pollen spores everywhere.
Speaking of pollen, holy shit, other day, I think was it... Well, last time we went out in the car, so it must have been last weekend or the early part of the week before we took it to the shop. Went out in the driveway, and the car was just yellow.
Yellow.
With pollen. There was just like a thick thing of pollen.
Yeah,
like,
that car is fucking...
We had to run through the car wash, and it was funny. We went to the Circle K, like, with the car wash... And I guess everybody else had the same problem because it was a huge line. Like we paid at the pump, and we didn't see. And then we went over there and we're like, oh god shit. Damn it! And then we were like sitting there for like
half hour.
We're like half an hour, wait for everybody to go through the fucking car.
And those cars weren't as dirty as mine. They were fucking being.
That's what I was like. I was like, hey, you guys, like this car is clearly way dirtier. Okay, like you guys need to move aside.
Yeah.
But.
When the fucking sad thing was, it wasn't dirty. I had just fucking I just washed it. The car washed the week before. It's just the pollen goes on it.
Yeah, it was just like a coating of pollen.
And the car's Toreador red, which was kind of like a deluxe fucking mercury color. It was like a very dark blood metallic red. You know, bullfighter red. That's what it means. And everything shows up on it. Everything does.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yellow fucking... And right, the pollen from the tree right next to it just fucking paints it fucking orange because of the yellowish orange.
Yeah, it's just like fucking
like
yellow.
Shit. Yeah.
You just come out and it's just like yellow powder all over it.
If it was white, you wouldn't notice it, though. That's the thing that sucks. And if it rains on it and then dries, you can see these little fucking dried round spots all over it.
Yeah.
And you can see it clearly. But if
so
it was
have to go to the car wash. Like
if it was a white or a silver car, you wouldn't see it.
That's why so many people have white cars in Florida. That's like by far the most popular color.
Let me go put some more ice in these.
And that's why. Because if you get a red one or something like that, like the color fades.
Yeah.
Red fades quicker than anything. Especially if you... I mean, it's not... You know, if you have it, like, keep it in the garage and stuff like that, we just kind of park it in the driveway, like, under the tree, but... You know what I mean? Because there's too much shit in our garage. There's too much shit in our garage. Put it in there. Motorcycles and other kind of crap. So, and the riding lawnmower and all that shit. So, we don't have any room to put it in there. But yeah. Let me see. Full Metal Nosferatu says, Happy Valentine's Day, Jenny and Tom. Thank you very much. Happy Valentine's Day to you also. Hope it's been a good day for y'all. It was, actually. Like I said, it started out kind of... Because we thought something else, like they didn't fix the car right. But Tom got up early and took it down there, and they fixed it.
My car is a 99, and it looks brand new.
Yeah.
And it's red. And that's outstanding for Florida. And I think that car was kept outside. So what that makes me think is that that's not the original paint. I think that was the factory paint, Toreador red. But I think they repainted it in that color. That color is easy to get. It's a very common fucking Mercury and Ford color.
Yeah.
So I think that car's been repainted.
It's pretty.
Yeah, it's been touched up. It looks brand new.
Yeah. Full Metal Nosferatu said, we enjoyed Chinese food and local sweets from a great Italian bakery. Yeah, we said earlier, but Tom got local steaks from a shop around here. And it's like, you know, because there's tons of farms and shit like that around here. So we had local
beef.
Local beef.
Local broccoli.
Local carrots. Actually, the local carrots were from our
here and with local
from our
chives.
backyard.
Local chives.
And the chives on the baked potatoes were also from our backyard.
Yeah. And I'm gonna hit them up again.
I mean, they have like really good deals on stuff.
Yeah, and that girl behind the counter, I was doing the checkout. I was like, man, this place is amazing. She goes, I know. She goes, here, this is like, she's like,
that's free.
You can place your order here online and pay online.
I mean, they have really good prices on the meat.
It's like, yeah.
Well, because it wasn't just when you went and got the steaks, he also got bratwurst.
Raw bratwurst. It hasn't been
raw, yeah. Like he had it, and there were, I think it was 5 sausages, and it was only like $7, and they were delicious.
No, there were 6 of them, weren't there?
I don't remember. I think there were 5 or 6 of them. Because I remember, like five. we had one each on a bun, and then the rest of it we like put it in pasta.
Yeah, it was $6.99 for 5 of them, and
which is that's a
they weren't pre-cooked. They were raw.
Yeah,
man, they were good.
They were really good.
It's like, god damn.
And that was before we had the steaks, and then we had the steaks today. I'm like, oh my god, these are amazing.
They had 3 flavors of them. They had bratwurst, they had Italian sausage, and then they had one that just said breakfast sausage. But they were just like long links.
Yeah.
Big, like kielbasa size. They were really good. I'm going back for those.
Yeah, I definitely want, because Tom went, he's like, well, that's your Valentine's Day present, so I'm going to go.
Yeah.
So I didn't go. So he just kind of snuck off.
I'll take you there.
But after I saw like all the prices and stuff, I'm like, holy shit. I'm going to have to go and like look at what meat they got.
Yeah, the butcher back there's a big old black dude. I fucking ring. He comes back out and I said, what do you think? He says, what do you think? I said, how do you think those New York strips would go on the grill? And he goes, yeah, those are good. And the second choice would be those, fucking, what was it? He was pointing at ribeyes. Those ribeyes are our second best seller too. And I said, well, I'm gonna get those right there. And he goes, yeah, get those. I asked him a little bit about some of the roast. They had fucking big beef roasts too. You like London, what was it? Beef pot roast, chuck roast, shit like that. You know what I mean? The prices were good because it's all local.
Because the thing around there's like farms all around here.
Yeah, cows,
and you can just go to some of the farms that have cows and stuff, and they'll sell you like a whole side of beef.
They'll sell you a cow
or a whole cow if you want.
Yeah, you can buy a young cow for a certain amount of money, and you got to feed them.
Yeah.
Per month, and then after they're like a couple years old. You know, you can hire them to slaughter that cow, and they'll give you all that meat fucking packaged and fucking wrapped up, and all the cuts and everything. It's bucks, you know, it's big bucks. It's a couple grand.
Yeah, I think it's like.
But if
I think we looked into it a while back, and I think it was like $1,300.
$1,300 for a half a cow. So and some people were like going in on a cow.
Yeah.
Okay, and then when it's slaughter time comes, you get
half
and half.
But that's enough meat.
And it comes ready to go, almost a year.
For like almost a year.
Yeah, but the thing is I got one freezer out there, but it's almost already full. For a half a cow, I need to get another freezer. They're not that expensive.
Yeah.
$600 for a freezer. You know.
Where would we put the other freezer?
I had to make some. Man, I'd put I can just get another freezer, like a lay down freezer.
the kind
put it in the damn living room.
Kind of put bodies in.
And put a fucking top on it and fucking hide it, make it look like a table. Make it look like a table.
Yeah, why not?
Because you're only going in there.
Right.
You're only going in there to get some meat every now and then.
Then you go over there, there's like
just put the tabletop back on.
Steaks and bacon and shit like that in there.
And shit in there. I'm trying to be inventive, you know.
Yeah, we have room to like put it.
Put a cutting board on top of it. I'll put it in a new kitchen. When I have the kitchen redesigned, put a cutting board on it. And fucking in the middle of the kitchen is a fucking lay down freezer filled with fucking cow.
There you go.
And I'm using it as a fucking as an island, as a cutting station or a workstation.
But I mean, that's one of the good things around here is there's like a lot of
or a reach-in freezer. Yeah. With a top.
You can get a lot of food. There's a lot of farms around here, and most of them you can just go up and buy stuff. There's all kind of like blueberries is big.
Yeah.
Blueberries, honey, beef.
And there's that farmer's market up the road.
There's a winery. Although I haven't tried it out yet, I don't know if the local wine's any good, but that is literally like within walking distance.
You got the farmer's market up there. Remember where they were building that thing? It looks like a little beyond where the fucking Christian Bible camp is.
Yeah.
There's a supposed to be some kind of market that's there. I think it's once every week, but we haven't been to it. I gotta look more into it. It's vegetables though. You can have shit like pumpkins and potatoes, shit like that.
Man, we didn't even get any pumpkins like over Halloween. We forgot about it.
I still got frozen pumpkin.
Oh shit, we do.
Pumpkin. I got.
I thought we used
cooked
it all.
pumpkin slurry, frozen.
Shit, man, we need to make some bread with that.
Make bread with it. You can make
or pie.
I can make fucking pumpkin curry,
Or
pumpkin soup.
That's good. Ooh.
Cream of pumpkin soup with chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pumpkin soup.
Yeah.
We were thinking about making it for Thanksgiving, but we didn't get around to it. Because honestly, we had so much stuff for Thanksgiving. I was like, we had so much.
Yeah, that was from like over a year ago. That pumpkin, but it's still good.
Yeah, I know. We've had that a long time. That's
Yeah.
why I didn't think we had any left. It's frozen. It's not.
I got about a gallon of that shit frozen. Maybe a gallon and a half.
Bitch, I didn't know about that. We
Yeah.
just like make some shit with that. Yummy.
Yeah.
Oracle's here and is passing cookies around.
Oracle's passing cookies around. That's good.
Homemade gingerbread cookies. Ooh,
Okay.
that sounds good.
Good.
CB said, Jenny, when you lived in the UK, did you ever have a munchie box takeaway? I don't think I did. I'm trying to think of like, I mostly just, if I got food out, I usually just got like fish and chips or Indian food or something like that. I did get Wimpy a couple times, which was so-so. But that was about it.
David Greer says Dolly Parton shows up at your farmer's market. Shit.
Really?
Oh, yeah, our farmer's market. Okay, yeah.
You know what?
She doesn't live around here, I don't think.
In this this past weekend, speaking of fast food, we actually for the first time ever went to a Culver's. I didn't even know that we had a Culver's in Florida because I thought that was a Midwest thing. You know what I mean? I don't think we had it because for a long time, like people like talked about like, ooh, Culver's and it's so good, and I'm like, man, I don't think we have any of those.
We have one right
But
here.
then like when we were at Harbor Freight one day, and I'm like, I'll be fucking damned if there's a Culver's right there.
Yeah, we went to it. It was
when
good.
the fuck did that get there?
Yeah.
They must have just built it.
Yeah, that's a Yankee thing from the Northeast.
I think it's from Wisconsin. Like they have cheese curds and shit like that, which is a Canadian thing. So I kind of feel like that's upper Midwest. Isn't Culver's like a Midwest chain?
It was fucking packed.
It was. It was like 1 million people in there.
Yeah, you can just place your order and sit down,
Saturday
and they'll come
or
bring you
Sunday.
your food, and it's like any other fast food place, really. But the burgers were good. We got some of those Swiss
Mushroom Swiss, yeah.
mushroom Swiss burger. The fucking bun is real light and airy and soft and buttery. It's got a lot of butter on it. Really good. The fries were good. And then they had their own brand of root beer. That's pretty good too.
Yeah.
But they have seafood there. I want to try that.
Yeah, they got like butterfly shrimp, and I was like, oh
Yeah.
shit, I forgot about that. And I want to try some of them cheese curds as well.
Fish and
'cause
chip and shrimps and shit.
I think that's probably the only place you can get cheese curds around here. Like I said, that's a upper Midwest and Canadian.
Yeah, what is
thing.
that?
It's kind of like, well, it's cheese curds.
I don't know what that is.
What it is.
Cheetos? It's like Cheetos?
No. It's like, you know when they make cheese and like the curd?
Yeah.
Like they eat
like
those.
the whey?
They're kind of like squeaky.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've never had them.
They eat them?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I kind of feel
They taste like cheese?
I don't know what they taste like.
Okay.
And then in Canada, they have poutine, which is kind of like, isn't that like French fry or some kind of thing with like cheese curds and like some kind of gravy on it?
Yeah. It's fries and gravy with cheese, I think.
Something like that. But it's cheese
Yeah.
curds.
Is that,
So it's like
okay.
Culver's has cheese curds, which
Okay.
I had forgotten about. So I said, well, that must be an upper Midwest thing because we don't have those down here. You know what I mean? But I didn't even realize. It's funny because we watched that YouTube channel, Company Man.
Mm-hmm.
And like he talks a lot about different kind of chains, like if they're expanding into different regions of the country. And I don't remember if he probably did one about Culver's, but I was like, I didn't even think we had one of those until I just happened to see it when we were at Harbor Freight one day. And that's like, it was like 5 miles from our house. And I was like, okay, I didn't even know that was there. And then he did one the other day about a place called Freddy's, which I guess is kind of like a burger place.
Yeah, they're building one.
Which I'm thinking is kind of like Five Guys. And I was like, wait, do we have one of those? I never heard of that. And
I asked Grok.
and they said they're building one in Mount Dora.
Yeah, I asked Grok.
But it's not open yet, but...
Grok on X is a fucking great AI program. I just say, hey, Grok, I can ask Grok anything, and it comes back. I'll test it. I'll ask it things I already know, and it'll come back with a fucking, that's it. But anyway, I said, Grok, what was the name of it again? Freddy's?
Freddy's.
I said, where's the closest Freddy's in the Eustis, Florida area? And it goes, well, the closest one, and it gives you the location, in Orlando. And he goes, but in your area, they're building a new one.
Yeah,
planning to build a new one in Mount
which is
Dora.
only like 8 miles. From
Yeah, like in a few months. And I'm like, oh, thank you very much. Thank you for the upcoming news. He goes, you know.
He's like, yeah, they just had the...
Yeah. Gronk is like polite. He's like cool with you. He's like, hey, man, I'm happy to be a help to you, bro. Shit like that. And I call it bro, and he calls me bro.
That's pretty funny. David Greener said Freddy's has good custard. Well, see, that's another thing that Culver's, because I know that they're known for their frozen custard. And I didn't try any of that, but I will definitely try that next time. Because like I said, we were initially going to go to Five Guys. But then I told him, I was like, there's a Culver's, and I've never been there. It's like, it might suck. I don't know. It's like, I've never been to it. It's the same distance, because it's like literally like right across the street from Five Guys. And I was like, why don't we go there? And so, I don't know. I think it was just as good as Five Guys, and it was considerably cheaper.
I thought it was better than Five Guys.
Because Five Guys is good, but it's a little pricey.
It's expensive, and it's over the top a bit. I like a big burger, but it gets to a point where it's just like too fucking much of it. And it's tempting to get a double.
Well, now
let me get a double.
You can get a burger without all this, because I usually just get...
It's like almost too much.
Well, I go and I just get a single, but I get it all the way, so I get all the shit on it.
See, here's the thing.
Mushrooms and cheese and ketchup and mayo and mustard and pickles and everything.
My eyes get bigger than my stomach.
They do.
I see I see that fucking double, fully loaded, and I'm going, yeah, give me that. And then they go, okay, yes, sir.
And then he's like... Well,
and then they fucking bring you the bag, and they don't give you just fucking French fries in a thing. The French fries are in the little cups, but then they're also all inside the fucking bag.
See,
so 2 orders of French fries is more like 5 orders of French fries.
Yeah, it's too much.
You can't eat them.
Well, like I said, so I already learned
Last
the game.
time me and Jen just got 1 order.
I got 1 small order because I was like, I know how y'all do.
Because they just say fuck it,
and that was plenty.
Yeah.
Because like I said, the small one's only this big, but they also fill the whole bottom of the bag with French fries.
Fucking fries.
And
I'm like, that's order in there.
That's plenty.
Yeah. So you got just that 1 small order.
I got a small order,
and we could barely finish the fucking fries that they gave.
The 1 small order of fries because they dumped fries all in the bottom of the bag.
Okay, here's an example. The 1 small order of fries is the same as maybe 3 large orders of McDonald's fries.
That's I'm saying.
That's how much we're talking about.
That's why I game the system when I go in there. Because like I said, it's kind of pricey.
Yeah.
You don't need 2 orders of fries. You don't need a large order of fries.
If you get 2 large order of fries at fucking Five Guys,
they'll probably give you 2 bags with like overflowing with French.
You can't eat that.
I can't eat all that. And I love French fries.
That. Yeah. Because
I can eat a lot of French fries, but I can't eat that.
It's a huge hamburger. And then once you start tackling those fries, you're only going to get one person will get maybe 1/4 of the way through that.
And you're just like,
what am I doing with all these other fries? They don't give a fuck because they make those fries right there.
Yeah, they got stacks of potatoes.
Stacks of potatoes everywhere. To them, those fries are free. That's just like giving you fucking...
Yeah, they're just like, here, eat.
Yeah, it's like stuffing, you know what I mean? To them, what they call it's like the popcorn.
Have so many potatoes.
What do they call this shit? It's like that popcorn fucking styrofoam. To them. It just fills the bag.
The styrofoam peanuts.
Styrofoam peanuts. Yeah, to them. Here. Take your shit. Get the
just eat them.
Yeah.
Please, we have so many.
And last time I went there was a Scottish dude wasn't he Scott? What are you from Scotland?
Yeah, I think he was actually.
Yeah, a Scottish dude. He was taking our order.
I had to translate because Tom's like,
I was like, what the fuck did he say?
I don't understand what he's saying.
Yeah, what the fuck did the dude say?
So I had to be like, it's okay.
Scottish dude in his 50s.
Yeah, was working the counter at Five Guys in Mount Dora.
He was working that bitch with gusto too.
Yes, he was very friendly.
Yeah.
But yeah,
he was running a ship.
Yeah, he was a cool dude. He might have been the manager.
Yeah, might have been.
It's weird because you might not think this, but there are a lot of British people living in Central Florida.
There's a lot of British people around the Mount Dora area.
A lot.
Yeah. They got British restaurants there.
Yeah, including the Magical Meat Boutique.
Yeah.
I like to say the name of that because I'm like, that is one of the best restaurant names of all time.
Strangely, Mount Dora, when it's been there for hundreds of years, it was a British fucking colony at one point.
Yeah, I mean, it's an eensy-weensy little...
Yeah, it was a British town.
Downtown, but it's like a cool little downtown.
Yeah.
It's got like lots of cool... Like a lot of people... it's kind of known for its antiquing. Like a lot of people go antiquing because there's like a lot of cool little antique shops and stuff. But it has almost like a slight New Orleans kind of vibe. Like some of the... It has like a lot of the wrought iron balconies like upstairs and stuff like that.
This shit here, Mount Dora, the little fucking British colony, was here in a time when Florida was owned by Spain. It was part of the Spanish Empire. So that's what you're seeing in that architecture. It's a slight Spanish influence. The houses here, even the modern houses, we've lived in them before, have a slight Spanish.
Yeah, a lot of the architecture in this part of Florida is very Mediterranean Spanish looking.
Some of it looks like slightly Arabic. Some of it too. Some of it looks like something from the fucking Berber Empire or something, where it's a mixture of Spain and.
Our house
Arabia.
we live in now doesn't look like that, but our old one did.
The new house we're in now is an ultra modern kind of.
It's just kind of square.
It
doesn't look all that exciting.
Yeah, I think
it's just kind of a big box, like a big 2-story box.
I think it was supposed to look like really high tech Italian when they made it at first.
Yeah, it seemed like it was just like super minimalist, like super modernist. Yeah. But yeah, when we first moved in here, I'd totally forgotten about that until you said it.
Yeah.
When we first moved in here, they had a ridiculous chandelier.
Yeah, that's gone.
And it's supposed to be over the dining table, I would assume. Like it's down in the,
what we call like a living room. We don't use
like the foyer or whatever. Yeah. And the thing was massive, and it hung down like really far.
Hung down real low because there was a table there at one time.
Because I guess it was supposed to be over a table, but I'm just like, what the fuck?
It was crazy.
Like you couldn't, like if you walked down the stairs and kept walking, you'd just like run your face like right into it. That's how low it was.
And on either side of the garage,
it was a lot.
Were these huge lanterns that looked either like Spanish or they were either Spanish or Italian. It's hard to say. They were just ugly. They're replaced now with like oblong clear glass with black I got some
very very modern
looking stuff that kind of fits the
because
house.
The weird thing is that the houses next door to us are very Mediterranean.
They're all
looking.
Mediterranean looking. Yeah.
Like, and they've painted them in those colors, and they have like the tile roofs, and like they have little suns on them, and they have like all the warm Mediterranean colors.
A lot of them have pools.
But for some reason, like our house is very very stark. Yeah. Like I said, it's just kind of like a big box.
Yeah.
So
it's a box and a box with a box.
It's a box with
several boxes. Yeah. And
it's just very. It doesn't have cool.
Doesn't have cool details on
it. It's just like really square. And
compared to the other houses.
Compared to the other ones, so like there's one like two or three houses down that looks like an Italian villa.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's all decked out.
Yeah.
And so ours looks like really stark and modernist, like next to it. But I think that, I mean, you need to lean into that aesthetic. You can't just like put Mediterranean Spanish looking shit
I'll pull up a photo
on our house because it doesn't. The architecture doesn't really.
I got a photo off Google Earth. What's the what's our address again?
36418.
Yeah, 36418. Yeah.
We're putting it out there in the public. Yeah, people are gonna be showing up in the house. Hi, you said where you lived online. Not like you can't find out anyway.
Yeah. Well, we've told it before.
Yeah, I'm sure. It was like I said, I'm not worried about it. If any weirdo shows up in the house, you're gonna have him fix the problem.
I'll fucking know.
Most of y'all would be all right, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. You never know who's out there listening. But yeah.
We're always here. So I'm always on guard. I'm fucking heavily armed, physically and fucking mechanically.
Yeah, okay? I mean, it's very, very rare.
Yeah, nobody's going to fuck with you around here. And we're on a golf course.
Both of us are in.
We're in an enclosed community. All right, look, Jenny. There's your old car.
That's an old picture. And that's before we painted the house.
That's before we painted. That's before all the landscaping.
And before the landscaping.
Okay, hold on.
So they haven't updated the Google Earth, y'all. Because the picture of the house that's on there still has my old Ford in the driveway. And it's still kind of beigey and brown. Yeah. The house is now like black and white.
Yeah.
We had it repainted. And it's been re-roofed since then, too.
New roof.
And the roof is black.
New air conditioners outside.
So it looks different than that now.
I'm trying to get it to fucking...
I don't know what your problem is. Somebody asked what we were drinking. This is vodka and... Is it root beer? I don't know. I just grabbed whatever was at the bottom of the fridge. Cola?
No, fucking Dr. Pepper.
Oh, okay. Dr. Pepper. Whatever.
Yeah. Ooh. That's our house.
Yeah, that's it. But like I said, it's been painted. It's not that color anymore.
It's on an acre of land.
The roof is dark, The roof is black and the trim is black, and the house is actually white.
Yeah.
And it's been landscaped since then too.
Yeah.
Like the landscaping doesn't quite look like that anymore.
It kind of looks better from an angle. Let me see if I can get around the side of it.
CB said, someone crazy enough to break in Tom and Jenny's house, Tom will go BTK.
Yeah.
I mean, probably, yeah.
Yeah, you better hope I kill you. If I capture you alive, I'm going to have fun with you for a long fucking time.
And so will I, and I can think of some really fucked up shit.
Yeah.
That's kind of my thing. You know what I mean. But somebody said the custard at Culver's is amazing.
Is it?
I was gonna get some, but I was like, I wasn't super hungry, and I was just kind of like, man, maybe I should get some before I leave because I know everybody talks about it, but I didn't get any. But it's right there. I mean, it's really not. What is that? Like 5 miles, 6 miles from the house?
Yeah, about that.
It's right by. It's like across from fucking Lowe's. It's right. There's a big Harbor Freight, and it's like in the parking lot, like in front of Harbor Freight. I didn't even know we had one. Like I said. Camp Guy said, got an Italian-Spanish mission look. Yeah, a lot of the houses in here have that. Like I said, ours is not as pronounced as a bunch of the other people's houses, though.
That's the side of the house with the back porch.
Yeah, see, it's just like a big box.
Yeah, and then the backyard. That's the backyard.
And we have like a garden out back now and like
I'm going to show you the
more bushes around
I'm going to show you the palace.
Edges and stuff.
I'm going to show you the palace. Yeah, I'll show you the house that's next to us, how fucking pretty this fucking house is.
Yeah, is it next to us or it's like two or three?
Us.
It's 2 or 3 down or something.
Yeah.
CB said Tom be the guy from Don't Breathe if you break in. Yeah.
Look how pretty that's the house that's behind us. See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so a lot of them are like really.
Our shit is fucking ghetto compared to these houses. I'm gonna show you that.
Well, ours is just kind of plain.
Yeah, it's plain. Yeah.
Compared to some of the other ones, because some of the other ones are really really cool looking.
That's my backyard in the back of the house. We're on almost an acre. It's 0.9 acres.
Like I said, it doesn't look like that now because we planted a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot better now.
We planted like fruit trees and.
I'm gonna show you where that redneck lives. The one that fucking blasts his stereo.
Oh yeah.
The fucking redneck palace. His mansion.
Yeah.
Y'all are gonna be like that. He's a fucking millionaire.
I guess.
Yeah, he is. He owns a construction company.
So I guess he figures, well, I can blast the fucking stereo if I want to.
He's on the housing commission, so nobody fucks with him.
Well, everybody does. Everybody just talks about him behind his back.
But he don't give a shit. Yeah.
And he calls the cops too. Actually, I think last week or the week before, we were going out to the club, and there was a cop parked in front of his house.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, I wonder did somebody complain? Because they'll complain on Nextdoor or on the Facebook group, like we see it. Because Tom's like, he'll go on Nextdoor or whatever, and he's like, they're bitching about him again. Because everybody does.
Yeah.
But they don't do anything about it. But I think every now and then somebody says they do call the cops, so.
That's his fucking beautiful honky palace, man, right there.
Yeah.
That fucking house is gorgeous when you see it in person.
It's like 2 houses down.
Yeah, hold on, let me see if I can. Yeah. It doesn't illustrate it. That house is huge.
Yeah, his is just 1 story, but it's really big.
That dude's fucking trashy as fuck living in there.
It is, yeah.
And he'll be blasting out fucking the shittiest music. It's like a mixture of fucking rap and fucking country.
He has terrible music.
Terrible fucking taste.
Goodness say.
In music.
Yeah.
All right, here's the front of it. Wish I could fucking make this fucking disappear.
Oh man, you messed the lighting up again. No, I'm never gonna get it right.
Look how gorgeous that dude's house is.
Can you see the skeleton on the porch?
No,
the little skeleton.
Is there a skeleton? No, that's gold.
Or is that the house next to it?
No, it's not. It's not.
He keeps it there all the time. Yeah.
It's not there on this one. No.
Jeffy Art said, but I bet your house is way cooler. Well, on the inside it is.
On the inside it is, yeah.
On the inside it is. I know our friend Dawn came over and she's like, oh my god, it looks like a nightclub in here.
Yeah. This is the house that's across the street from us. A black couple lives there. And then across the street from that one, black dude who works for the fucking local basketball team. What's it? The Orlando. What do they call them?
The basketball team?
Yeah.
The Magic.
The Magic. Yeah. Yeah, he works for them.
How'd I pull that out of my ass? I don't know.
I don't know what it's called.
I think it's the Magic. I don't know anything about sports ball.
Yeah,
but I did grow up here.
Ball.
I did grow up here, so I do know a little bit out of, just by osmosis. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tammy said money doesn't buy class. Oh, yeah.
Oh, hell no.
No shit. Oracle said plain can be classic if you have good bones. Yeah, and I kind of feel like I said, I think that we weren't huge fans of just the box-like nature of the house at first. But once we painted it, because I didn't like the brown trim and all, because I don't like brown. You know what I mean?
That's the guy that works for the for the Orlando. No, it's the Orlando Magic. Is that what they're called? The fucking.
I don't know. That's the
it's Orlando football or basketball team. He worked. He like helps manage their PR and stuff.
Oh, okay.
His name is Ian. Cool dude.
But once we got it painted and re-roofed and did some landscaping on it, like, it looked better.
Yeah.
I would still like to have the driveway done at some point, because it looks kind of...
Yeah, I'd like to have that covered in black, redo it.
Or something. Or pavers.
I gotta do the kitchen next, though.
Yeah, but that's like...
I'm gonna put in
that's like years down the line. You know what I mean?
I might be able to do that in 2 years, or a year or so.
Maybe.
But
I mean, I really...
You're talking about the
driveway.
The driveways, yeah, that's years.
That's what I said. That's like years away. It's not a priority.
I'm gonna take out another loan for that kitchen, rebuild that kitchen. It'll help the value of this house go up. It's already gone up a lot. I could sell this house now and make money on it.
Yeah. Yeah, the value went up like a lot in the couple of years that we had it.
Came in here at $475. Now it's $675.
Yeah.
Fucking,
and I think
how long have you been here?
Like 2 years. Like,
yeah, and I got
that.
decent equity in the house.
So, but that's the only. Yeah, I would like the driveway because the driveway is long. Yeah. It has like this really long driveway, and it's kind of like, you know, the driveway is kind of old and it's cracked and stuff like that. And at the house, a couple houses down, they have like a whole like thing with pavers and everything like that, and it looks like really nice. And so eventually, I'd like to do that. But like I said,
I'm also gonna get some overhead storage in the garage. Have some guys install stuff to put up. They have like these things that are like drawers that come down.
I know what you're talking about.
That way I can get rid of a lot of the shelving that's around the sides. That way we can get 2 cars in.
Yeah.
Because I got motorcycles in there too.
Yeah, and like a riding lawnmower. Yeah. And there's a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah, I got a ride-on lawnmower.
Freezer.
See, I would get like a little barn, but they won't. The housing commission won't let me put a barn out there for the fucking ride-on mower. Fucking assholes. And I just want a little barn to fucking pull the mower in, like a small one, like a little mini, you know, a couple grand. You know, they won't let you do it.
No, they're kind of buttholes about it.
Yeah.
And you need a riding lawnmower because it's a big lot. We got a super chat from Michelle.
What's up, Michelle?
Thank you very much. Says Happy Valentine's Day. Any special plans? We are going out to the club tonight. It's our goth night.
Yep.
They're doing that. But yeah, we just had, you know, exchange presents and had like
more money.
Had some local steaks and
my boy Victor
on the grill. Thank you very much, Victor, for the super chat. Show us the inside of your fridge.
I can't pick all this
so
shit
we can judge you based on your fridge content.
I got gallons of fresh whey from making cheese and making cream cheese and shit.
Yeah, I think it was this morning that I don't even remember what is in there.
I got a whole gallon of fresh whey. I drink that whey protein. It's like my work. I don't use that powdered whey.
Yeah, he drinks a lot of whey.
Yeah, I make sour cream.
Yeah.
Well, it's not sour cream. It's more like cream cheese. And then you can use whey to break it down and make it a little softer, and then put lemon to it, and it'll make sour cream, or cream cheese, or yogurt. It's more like yogurt right now. Yogurt that can become sour cream or cream cheese.
Full Metal Nosferatu says, we got to save some money for new flooring in our condo. The carpet is ancient.
Yeah.
And we has allergies.
Carpeting in here.
Thank goodness for Rug Doctor. Yeah, the thing about it, like, the first floor of the house is...
mostly tile.
Which is nice. But the upstairs is pretty much all carpet.
It's all carpet. Except the bathrooms are tile.
Except the bathrooms, obviously. But it's just kind of like, I don't love it.
No, Mississippi house, they have fucking carpet right up to the toilet.
I lived in an apartment in Daytona that had carpet in the bathroom.
Right up to the toilet.
And like when we rented the place, I'm just like...
they don't have any sense at all.
It's like, have you met a man?
Yeah. Dudes piss all over that shit. Yeah.
Who's
what they do is they put one of those things, that wraps around the base of the toilet.
Yeah.
That's also fur, and then they fucking wash that shit. And the carpeting. But that's some old school
I know that,
shit.
but it's like, Jesus Christ.
Remember that in our town? They were refurbishing that fucking really nice high-end Mississippi 2-story. It was a mansion back in the 70s.
Yeah.
Okay. And it was like classic fucking American colonial looking thing. And it had carpet in the bathrooms. And that was a rich person's house. It was boomers from that era did that shit.
I mean, that should really be, duh.
I think part of it was that they didn't have good
heating.
No, they didn't have good synthetic tiling back then.
Yeah.
It had to be some kind of real stone or linoleum, and linoleum fucking wore like shit.
Yeah, linoleum was crappy.
So then I think they saw carpet as a better alternative. Not as hygienic though.
Really? No, it holds everything. What the fuck they're thinking. I don't like any carpet.
But I've been in houses like that, man, and I didn't notice any bad smells or anything. I don't know what they were doing. They might have been spraying carpet shampoo around there, or they had things that went around it. They had like a rubber mat that went around.
Like we have a carpet shampooer that we keep upstairs.
Use it once every couple months.
And like, every couple of months you just like clean all the carpets, but still it's just like I would rather floors. Like Like, it doesn't get cold here. You don't have to worry about the floor being cold or nothing like that. If you want a rug somewhere, you just throw a fucking rug on it.
These carpets suck, though. They're as old as this house.
Yeah.
They gotta go.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah. See, what sucks is that when they install new carpet, you gotta move all the furniture around.
I know.
Room by room.
Tammy said, I spent all last year ripping up all our carpets, and I found beautiful hardwood underneath.
Really? Oh, yeah. You're lucky.
What the fuck, man? It's just like, and you see that a lot, like when they renovate old houses and stuff. Like they tear all this carpet up, and there's this gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's like, why? Why would you put carpet over that?
My grandmother did that same shit in that house that my dad was living in. She had carpet over all that wood floor. You picked and the carpet was just some old fucking 80s carpet. And you looked underneath, there was a beautiful wood floor.
Yeah.
They didn't like the sound of walking on it, and for some reason, they thought of it as, well, we got to protect that floor.
So we can't ever see it.
So you can't ever see it.
That's like covered up. It's like putting plastic over your couch. Plastic
over your couch. That's the same. It was old lady thinking. Yeah. Oh, well, shit, this is a nice couch. We got to cover it up. We'll just fucking unveil it when guests come over, and then bitches never had any guests. Who's gonna go to this old
so it's like
house?
you could never be comfortable. You'd always sit on this plastic like crinkle. Yeah. It's just.
Oh, that's for guests. Like guests, they're coming in here like they're
what guests?
They're coming in here like they're visiting the Queen or something. They like your little fucking because they have boomer bling displays of fucking spoons and fucking
that was a very
plates
thing.
From fucking other states and shit.
They have all this like really nice because even my grandmother had kind of a room like that where she kind of like softened on it as she got older, but like she would have like the front room which had once been a porch, like but they made it into like the casual living room, and it had kind of tougher carpet and all this other kind of stuff. And then she had the nice living room, and you weren't really supposed to hang out in there. You know what I mean? Because it was too nice.
That's only guests.
That's where the leather couches were. And all the other stuff.
It was like that in that little house when my grandmother was alive.
You know what I mean?
Living room, nobody ever went into it because it was almost like a museum.
Right.
A museum of fucking boomer bling and junk.
Like I said, in case the fucking queen comes over.
It was junk that they thought was fucking real pretty.
Then
you look at that shit and you're going like, that's some lame ass.
But I mean, I'm glad that like people nowadays are like, look, this is my house. I have to live in this every day. Like, how often do we have guests over?
Well,
not very often.
What they were doing is that they were emulating the rich people, and it probably was something that came from rich British people.
Probably.
Where they had sitting rooms.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They didn't have internet or TV or anything like that. This is back in the 1800s, and you had guests over. You know what I mean? And they crocheted or knitted or some stupid shit like that. And so you have a room for everyone to socialize in. In the modern era when people weren't going to come over to your house to go hang out. What are they going to do over your house? They got their own house.
Yeah.
That's like these dudes that buy mansions. Because I read up on mansion and used mansions and what mansion ownership is like. Dude will fucking spend all his money to make a huge big mansion, thinking that other people with mansions are going to come over to his house and like his mansion. No, they got mansions. They're going to stay in their own mansion. They don't give a fuck about your mansion.
I'm going to sit in my mansion.
So what you end up doing is all your broke dick friends come over, and have
trash your
parties
mansion.
and trash your fucking mansion. And then you realize you can't keep an eye on all of them. They're sneaking off fucking in all the rooms and shit. Fucking
stealing your silverware.
Leaving cum splooge everywhere and shit. You know what I mean? In your fucking house. And then fucking shit comes up missing because you had 40 of them fuckers over there and half of them were invited. So then you go, oh, no, that's it. No parties at the mansion. Okay.
That was the whole reason for it existing.
Now what the fuck you have this huge ass mansion for? And then they say, well, you know what? I don't really live in all this shit. This is like a business. I just live in this little apartment size part of it. So let's shut all this shit down. We'll keep the lights turned off out there and everything. And I'll have a cleaning person come in and make it all look. And then they shut it down like it's a business.
Yeah.
And then nobody comes over. And the bitch has got bowling alleys down there and there's fucking... Yeah, bowling alley,
People like
bar.
The idea of stuff better than the actual thing, I feel. Because here's the thing.
I've seen walkthroughs.
Yeah.
The dude would have a fucking Olympic-sized pool and a nightclub next to it with a bar and then a bowling lane and some arcades, and nobody ever came in there. Maybe he walked around in it a few times.
I think they just do it because they can say that to other people and they think that other people will be impressed, but they're not.
That
you just kind of sound like a douche when you
that mansion was abandoned.
My house has a bowling alley. Yeah. You're just like, whoopty shit.
No, that mansion was abandoned. The dude got evicted from it. He lost his shit. They got him out of it.
Couldn't have happened to a nicer
guy. This was dudes doing that urban exploration. And they looked at that bowling machine and all the fucking pins and the fucking balls and just the way the bowling alley was constructed. And they looked at it and they go, you know what? This has never been used. And like, yeah, this is all brand new. Ain't that some shit?
Yeah.
It was 10 years old and it had never been used.
I'm like, here's the thing. Like, we live in this house, which, like I said, we just kind of happened into this one because our landlords were like, hey, want this one? And we'll sell it to you, or we'll rent it to you for cheap, and hey, want to buy it? We're like, okay, might as well, since we already moved in. And it's a lot. It's a big house for just us, and it's just kind of like, I spend most of my time right here, like in this office. So it's like we're in here, we're in the bedroom, and, you know, in the kitchen sometimes, and that's about it. We don't really use the living room. We don't really use the downstairs much. We don't, you know, I mean, we use the gym, I guess, like a couple times a week, but a lot of it we don't really use. And so we're very, very slowly, like for a long time, there's a big room up here. It's not really a room because it's not totally closed off, but it's like it's kind of like a game room or living room type area, like upstairs. And for a long time, it didn't even have any furniture in it because we were never in there and we couldn't really afford to put any furniture in it. So it's just kind of like, no, we moved one of the couches from downstairs and put that in there. And then I had a little cheap couch that was in here and we moved that in there, and we're just very slowly starting to put some art on the walls and stuff, but honestly, that's mostly where the mini fridge, and we put a microwave in there, and mostly just the cats sleep in there. They like it because the sun comes in the window in the morning. They can sleep in the sunbeams, you know. That's about it. But like I said, so I can't even imagine being just a single person or a couple or something like that and living in a mansion. Like, what the fuck? You would never use most of it. It just seems really wasteful to me. I guess because I grew up like really broke, so I didn't really get used to having that kind of stuff. I think most people that have that kind of stuff, they just do it to them. They think it's gonna impress other people. Just like dudes that have like real flashy cars and shit like that. I kind of feel like they think that other people are gonna be like, ooh, aren't you cool, or aren't you rich, or something like that. But other people don't really care. But I guess they think people do. I mean, I don't care. And I don't think most people care. You know. Let's see. Tom Mansion Party. Necrosis, have a good night at the club. Gotta go. Okay, well, sorry to see you. Yeah, we gotta go soon too because we're going out to the club soon. But Jeff Yard said, yes, the nice living room that was only used for holidays and to impress people. Yeah, that was pretty much it.
To like impress people that never came over.
As it got, you know, as she got older, like she lightened up on it because I used to spend a lot of time in there like later on. But for a long time, they were just kind of like, oh, that's the nice living room. Yeah. That's just for Christmas and stuff.
There was a theory that I'd heard about is that generation, and then the one that came before it, they were emulating what they thought rich people did.
Yeah.
They would have dedicated dining rooms with a dedicated fucking china cabinets and shit that would display all their fucking china.
Yeah. That they got for their wedding.
Yeah, they got for
that they never used.
They never used it. And nobody gives a shit about their china. I go in the house like
everybody has that china.
About your fucking china.
Because everybody gave people china for their weddings because that was just like a thing that you did.
That's what you did. It was like a tradition.
You put it on a registry, but it's just kind of like I don't think people do that much anymore. But
no, that's one thing I like about this house. We don't really have anything like that. We have like a couple of things that are like living rooms that we're in dens that we're rarely in. People can use them. There's nothing that's off. And then I got one room. Jen's room right next to this one is her closet. It's got big fucking coat racks that roll around.
Yeah, it's got the rolling coat racks.
Rolling coat racks in there, and it's got
like you'd have on a film set.
Special cool lighting and fucking, it's not very big. It's a very small bedroom, but it's a huge for a closet.
Yeah.
And then the other bedroom over here is a gym. I got a fucking squat machine in there and a fucking,
like the multi-gym type thing.
Yeah, a fucking a bench. Fucking, what do you call it? It's a Gold's Gym fucking bench, weight bench, with fucking to do bench press, incline bench press, leg press, leg curl. And the other one is fucking like a $600 fucking squat machine. And then I got fucking like some dumbbells, barbells, fucking probably about 500 pounds of weight. All 2-inch Olympic steel weights. 2 fucking Olympic bars, easy curl bar, rotating ends. I got all the fucking good shit. I'm gonna get a set of solid fucking iron fucking or steel, probably iron dumbbells though. Like 20s, 25s, 30s, 35s. Probably like that. I don't really need any more than that. Or I could just get it so I can maybe find something that'll accept 2-inch plates. I could do it that way. Because I got a shit ton of 10s.
Or Glass, how's Pookie doing these days? She's doing real good. Yeah, she's bugging Daddy all day long.
Oh yeah, she was fucking teep up my booty. Fucking with me.
She loves Daddy so much. She's such a daddy.
No, Phantom, I don't have any of that fucking none of that gimmicky Nordic track bullshit. No. Old, good, classic, old-fashioned.
Yeah, it's just like an old.
Free weights.
Is it Gold's Gym?
Gold's Gym.
I think it's just like an old.
One
Gold
of them
gym,
is
like a bench press.
Yeah.
Machine. So you can do.
It's not a machine. It's just a bench.
Yeah, you can do
the weight bench.
You can do the bench and you can
do
the
bench
legs
press and you can incline it and decline it.
Yeah, it's all that. Got one of those.
And then it has a fucking leg press and fucking and
then we just got.
And it's got a preacher. It's got a preacher pad, so
yeah.
You can do fucking curls off of it. You can fucking get a squat off the back of it, but it takes up too much room, and I don't want her doing fucking free squats. So I got a squat machine you put the weights on the machine, it's a lot safer. Right, yeah.
Yeah.
And she was using it, man. It works.
It is like a lot. It's not easier because it's still hard, but it is a lot safer, and I don't feel like as...
It's safer, and you're getting more out of it.
Yeah.
You can get more weight on your ass with that.
Yeah. Phantom says, also, does your gym have a shake weight? Do they even sell those anymore? Weight. I love that commercial. Everybody loved that commercial.
You guys would not understand the gimmicks.
Oh my god,
in the
it's so
fitness
funny.
Industry. The fitness industry is kind of like the diet industry.
Well, yeah, it's like because
99% fake shit.
Well, everybody knows that most people that would buy that kind of thing want one thing that's going to be like an easy fix, like an easy solution.
So they're going to sell you an easy.
Here's the thing: all you have to do is just go like that.
Yeah.
And you'll lose weight.
Here's the reason why they send you that shit is because they know who's buying that.
Mm-hmm.
Who's buying that is a very overweight single woman that is never going to use it.
Who lives in a trailer and sits on her couch and orders stuff on QVC. And eats cheese puffs all day long.
She sees some fucking ripped ass fitness chick doing the shake weights or whatever, right? She goes, "I'm gonna look like that if I buy that shake weight." No, you're not.
No, she didn't use shake weights to look like that.
She did not use shake
weights.
They just
to hired her.
That's right. That's right.
As a spokesperson for that.
Yeah.
She got fit doing actual
weights, lifting weights on steroids.
Shake weight doesn't do jack shit.
And eating lots of fucking protein and fucking spot on diet, and that's how that bitch looks that way.
Thank you very much, Victor. Send us another super chat. Jenny, did you ever have a Thigh Master? I did not. We do have bands
Elastic bands.
Like elastic bands that you put over your thighs and like pull your thighs apart and stuff. Which is not quite. It's kind of like a thigh master.
Well, the thigh master, you pressed them together.
You press them together, yeah.
Right. There's a special machine you have to get for that.
Yeah, they used to have one at the gym that I went to, but
yeah, they can do both. Sometimes you can find those used pretty cheap.
Yeah, but we just got like these like thick elastic bands like in different thicknesses. So it's like there's like easy, medium, hard. Yeah. And you can just put them over. You can put them around your ankles and like pull your ankles like that, or put them around your thighs or whatever. You can do that kind of stuff. But you know what I mean.
You get the most results actually from just the old classic exercises: bench press, arm curl, also cheek curl, which is the whole body. All right. Squat, leg press, and what do you call it? Leg curl, and actually, what I've mostly did to get built like this, I already had good legs. My fucking calves look like rotisserie chickens. They're fucking great. I want to do more, though. I don't quite have vascularity. I have some, but not as much. I want to get some veins going up my thighs. Which that machine will do it. All right. But most of what I did was just bench press, curl, and pull-ups. That was
because he has a pull-up bar too, like over the door.
Yeah, that was 90% of it.
Yeah.
90% of it. Because I didn't really have to worry about legs, because I had good legs from the Army for all that fucking ruck fucking humping and fucking climbing. And then when I went on fucking testosterone, all that shit came back like I was a teenager and more. It's kind of like the signal for the demand to grow was already kind of like built in from an early age. So I started fucking bumping test, and it just, damn, my legs are looking fucking great. Look at that shit. So they're as good as a lot of guys that would be, say, like in classic division. They're about like that. But I can get them a little bit better, though, on that squat machine.
Tammy said you got to do cardio also. Yeah, I also have a stationary bike. Mm-hmm. So, and I use that.
Right there.
Yeah, it's actually.
Yeah.
It's actually. I keep it in my office because then I can like watch movies and shit.
The thing is about cardio. Now I'm criticizing the fitness fucking industry.
I got to pee. We gotta go soon.
Yeah, cardio was sold to women. All right, and it was sold to women under false pretenses. They were telling women that if you did repetitive motions and good cardio workout, that you will be a fucking bombshell and you'll look like those fucking fitness models. No, you won't. No, you won't. At best, you will look like an endurance runner, and those girls are fucking thin and wiry and hard looking. And very low fat content. And most of those girls that were doing the aerobics exercises never did them to that extent. And aerobics is very low impact. So what that means is it's not concentrated work. The body doesn't really have to change much to fulfill the demands of cardio. So it doesn't really make a big physical transformation in you. Weightlifting does. Weightlifting is far more concentrated. It takes place in a fucking smaller amount of time. It's a lot more work. And it fucking forces the body to build more fucking muscle. And to burn fat. And to you become fucking kind of, your composition, your body composition changes. More muscle, less fat. You become recomposed quickly. You just can't do it with cardio. Only thing cardio is good for is for fucking cardiovascular health. Pretty good for your heart. Pretty good for your circulatory system, your veins and shit. It can cause you to lower your blood pressure. But it doesn't transform you. No. You're going to need weight. Something that's very concentrated. Something that has a fucking high impact on your metabolism. That's forcing your metabolism to make some kind of a response to the training. Which is to grow. Yeah. Problem is, most women don't work out hard enough. That's all right. The women that are working out tend to be over the age of 35. And you're not at your peak fucking hormonal production after 35. Nobody is. The men aren't either. So to get anything out of any kind of physical training after 35, especially if you don't have a history of athleticism in your youth, you're going to need assistance. You're going to need to be fucking bumping hormones. all right, or it's steroids and shit like that, to get your body to respond to that training, because you're not producing enough androgens to fucking fulfill the demand. So that's how I started. I started off natural for about a year. I got to a certain size. I improved a bit, but I got to a certain size, and then after that, I just ached. I never quite healed up. I'd be groaning in bed. Oh, God. And I worked out 3 or 4 days ago. You eat, but it didn't matter. You wouldn't fucking grow any bigger. That's because you just don't produce enough testosterone to fucking fulfill the demand. Your body's writing checks that it can't cash, you know? Testosterone fucking injected some of that in there, and all of a sudden, oh, yeah, this is great. When I first started fucking on HRT and injected, I slept for about 2 weeks and gained about 5 pounds of muscle.
Not solid.
Not solid, but I just fucking, I didn't work out. Slept, and it was so fucking good. It was the best sleep of my life. I felt like it was just so really, slept and ate for about 2 weeks and probably gained fucking 4 pounds of muscle, probably. I looked in the ground and lost fat. I was like, God, man, that shit works. So then I just, fuck it. So I, kept on going. Once I healed up, I guess because that working out with fucking under hormone starvation, with low tests, because I saw my test scores, they were low. My body was sending the signal to build, but it couldn't do it. The testosterone wasn't there. As soon as that testosterone was there, it's okay, shit, we got orders on back order we got to fill. So I just sat around and grew for like 2 weeks. Might have been more, might have been a month. I think it was a month. I didn't even work out, just grew. Remember that? And then I go back to the HRT clinic, and they said, "Did you work out much?" I said, "I didn't work out any, man. Fucking, I just listened to my body. It told me to sleep." Yeah, and he was like, "Yeah. So you slept at 8." I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "That happens sometimes." Yeah, and he goes, "But look at you changed, and you can see the difference after 1 month. After 1 month."
What was going on back here that I missed?
We got a new super chat there. From Papa 77.
I know. Thank you very much, Papa 77. Oh my gosh, you're just so generous. Have a great night, guys. Can't wait for Wednesday. Yeah, I mean, if you guys didn't know, Papa 77 gave us a very, very generous super chat on Monday's show, I think it was. And so we're going to do the show that they requested, which actually will be a really good show. It's about Robert Lee Yates, who is another serial killer, who I've been wanting to do for a while, but I think it was on the list. But we're going to do that on Wednesday. So yeah, that should be fun.
Full Metal Nosferatu says, "FCB, I've done a few DDPY workouts from YouTube, and they were awesome." I don't know what that is.
Yoga,
okay.
I need to get into that.
That's very good for flexibility. All right.
Because I used to do like gymnastics, like that kind of stuff. So, and I kind of want to get back into that because I'm still pretty flexible for an old bitch, but I
want her to fucking do shit like yoga and fucking like difficult dance. All right. I have been
thinking about doing like yoga or
stripper pole,
like pole dancing, or
because
something
that requires a lot of strength and a lot of coordination and a lot of grace and shit. But really, I don't know. I guess you could take classes fucking probably online.
Yeah, you can.
Right, and we just have to get you a pole though.
Yeah.
Probably put it in a dressing room.
Well, I was gonna start with like doing some like beginner yoga shit.
Yeah.
And see how that's going.
That sounds right.
And then we'll see.
Yeah, get limber.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm actually still pretty limber.
Yeah.
From my younger days.
Yeah, I know. I tried.
Because like I said, I used to do.
I put her fucking ankles behind her ears all the fucking time.
Well, like I said, when I was younger, I used to do acrobatics. I used to be able to do backflips and all that kind of stuff, and ballet when I was younger. So I'm still pretty flexible from that.
You put on quite a bit of muscle, though. So really, you should be doing flexibility stuff to keep you from getting stiff.
Yeah. Nasty Nathaniel says, I'm a gay man, seriously, but Jenny, you are a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
Aw, thank you very much.
No.
That's very nice.
No, the gays love Jen.
The gays love
the gays love Jen's butt.
Yeah,
they do now.
It's really.
Toad was fucking grabbing it. He was like,
I think it was last Saturday.
He went down and reached it, and I said, you can do it. You can do it. I gave him permission because I have the authority. So yeah, you can do it.
I have the authority. It's actually my final authority. Yeah, and I said it was.
Well, he didn't want it. He didn't know if I'd get mad. I wouldn't get mad.
No, Tom won't get mad.
No, if you're my buddy and you're gay, no, you can do it. If you're my buddy and you're straight if Jen thinks you're cool, you could do it. Just
if I allow it.
Yeah.
As long as you're not trying to
As long as you're not trying to scam too much. Yeah.
Although, like I said, we were talking about
depends on how funny you are.
We were talking about this the other day because remember how this whole idea of like somebody stealing somebody's boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband, or whatever. I'm like, that's not a thing. It's like they just went.
Yeah.
Because for a while, like after me and you got together, my ex-husband was going around telling everybody that you stole me.
Yeah.
No. And I was like, no,
you were leaving anyway.
Left.
She was already left. She was gone when I met her. Well, no, when I met her, she was married.
Yeah.
But once I started to hang out with her, she was already on the outs with him.
Yeah, we were living in the same house, but we were separated. We weren't like sleeping in the same room or anything like that.
Yeah. And I don't think we actually physically hooked up and fucked until like several months into it. And you were definitely broke up with him by then. He was already moving back to fucking Wales.
Yeah, like I said, we still lived in the same house, but we didn't sleep in the same room.
Yeah.
Like he slept in the gas room.
And he was into some other chick anyway.
Yeah. So
I guess that didn't work out though, or he'd still be here.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just kind of like that's all it was. But he was, I guess, to save face.
Yeah.
He was going around telling people, yeah, he stole.
No, that's what that did is that just fucking.
I'm just like, no, that's not a thing.
That just amplified my street cred. Gave me the power to steal women. He amplified my street cred. Yeah.
I'm just like that. That acts like it. Well, it's annoying to me because it presumes that the person that you're stealing is not a person.
Yeah.
Like with their own.
Yeah.
Desires and their own fucking wishes to do things.
Yeah.
It's like,
Heaven forbid a woman fucking make her own decision.
Right. It's just, that's what I mean. I was just like, that's what pisses me off about that kind of. And I know people don't really think about it.
Yeah.
But I was like, when you really think about it, that's what that wording means.
Dudes do the same thing. They just don't want to fucking admit it to themselves. You know what I mean? Dudes will go, you know what? This chick fucking sucks. This other one is a lot better for me.
Yeah.
It's not that you were stolen away. It's just that fucking the chick that he's with fucking isn't really doing it for him. It's just part of the law of the jungle. You know, it's just how it happens.
And I mean, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just kind of like, obviously, you shouldn't be like fucking around on your significant other unless you have an agreement to do that. But it's just kind of like.
Though.
But yeah, that's what I mean. Like
he knew.
He already knew,
and he knew she wasn't hiding it.
No, I wasn't hiding it. I wasn't sneaking around.
Yeah, he knew.
Like I knew it's like, hey, we're not really together anymore. I'm dating other people.
This guy. Yeah, he knew. But it's just. Here's the thing. I think her ex kind of felt like he got fucked. Which he didn't, actually. He was with her a long fucking time.
Yeah, we were together 14 years.
That is fucking way longer than the average. So he actually had a good marriage with her.
Which is almost as long as we've been together.
Almost, yeah.
I mean, we've been together about 13 years, something like that.
Yeah, you really can't ask for much more than that statistically. A relationship lasting 15 years. Especially when you're young.
Yeah. Because I got married real young. I was only like 22.
Yeah.
He was older. I think he was 26, but...
Yeah, still. 15 years at those age, that's fucking... That's a successful marriage.
And like I said, and it was good for a long time.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't have anything bad to say about him or nothing like that. He wasn't a monster. He wasn't abusive. It wasn't nothing like that.
This whole fucking...
It just didn't work out.
This whole for, and death to us part type of deal... That came from a time when people didn't live very long. And they got married real young. 12. The girls were 12, 13 years old. They were probably married to a dude who was much older who was dead within a few years by the time he was fucking 50.
Yeah, well.
So they weren't forever. Those women we remarry.
Okay. I'm laughing because I just thought of a line. I think it was from St. Elmo's Fire.
Yeah.
Where Andrew McCarthy's character says it's like, the concept of till death do us part, it's like, that came about when people were lucky to make it to the age of 30 without getting eaten by dinosaurs.
Yeah. Basically.
Or something to that effect. That's what it made me think of.
Yeah. It's different when you're me and Jen's age, though. You know what I mean? We fucking... When you're beyond the age of 40, you're a lot more stable. Just emotionally, mentally, financially.
Yeah, you kind of like have your shit together. Yeah. Kind of like you know who you are more. You know what you'll put up with.
You've already hooked up with a bunch of other people, so you know what you are or not or are not missing.
Right.
And, which you're always going to be missing novelty. It's not a new person. Okay?
Yeah.
You're going to miss that. You're gonna, but you're not gonna be able to, like replace a fucking good solid relationship. The fucking everything is like zero friction and you work together real well. That's something you're not gonna get from those young fucking tumultuous and super hot relationships. If like in your 20s and 10s,
yeah,
that
it's
only
like a trade-off.
They last like 3 months.
I kind of feel like people that fuck around when they're older. Yeah. They kind of want to recapture that feeling from when they were young, when there was all this possibility and stuff. But all you're doing is like fucking up,
what you have,
the good thing that you had, for something that's really not that great or is not going to last that long, or it might be great for a little while and then you're just like, oh, that wasn't as cool as I thought it was going to be. You know what I mean?
Older people just kind of function, kind of focus more on like the fucking friends and society that you hang out with, your little fucking cliques. You fucking. Me and Jen keep it fresh by we fucking playing around in bed with fucking new concepts and fucking fantasy and shit like that. Just to try to keep things fresh. Yeah. We've already had threesomes and shit.
Yeah.
Chicks. Really, there'd be nothing new to that. And really, I really wouldn't recommend that. It could be an explosive fucking situation. Nothing bad happened with me and Jen, but a lot of people that we know. It did happen.
Yeah, like bad shit did happen. Like I said, it's just because you're introducing a whole other person and their whole baggage and drama. Yeah. And sometimes that's fine, and sometimes you don't know. It's bringing a whole new dynamic into the shit, and you don't know like what direction it's gonna go, and it might blow up in your face.
What ends up happening usually is that the guy's got a fucking girlfriend. She's probably fucking slightly bi. They meet some chick who's fucking cool. She's their friend. One thing leads to another. They're in the goth scene. They're all fucking. All right? It might be good for a few weeks, maybe a few months. But then fucking human nature starts kicking in. The girls start fighting over the dude. Or they start fighting amongst each other. The two girls start fighting because there's too many women there. And then the dude is trying to hold it together as if a fucking threesome is like a normal thing. It isn't. Even in countries even in cultures where it's a normal thing, like like Islam or old certain Mormon sects and shit, those girls are not together. He's only with them one at a time. The girls don't even see each other.
Yeah.
And in Islam, the women are in different houses usually. And a lot of times, what it is, it's more like he's divorced the first wife, but they don't really divorce the first wife. He still wants to take care of her, and he's with a new woman. Okay, and then he's going back to visiting his first wife and the kids and shit like that. So it's more, in the U.S., they just would have gotten divorced.
Yeah.
Over there, they just get a new wife.
They're just like, we're just gonna stuff this one in the garage.
Yeah, and I'll be back and visit the kids
go
later.
Get a new one.
And the woman fucking might get pissed. Maybe she's not. But usually, what it is she's older. She's sick of his ass anyway. But it's still cha-ching, cha-ching. He's paying the bills. She can now live her own life. That dude's not around. She's with her kids. She can go out and fucking hang out with other older women. And he's run off with a fucking chick that's fucking 20 years or younger.
Yeah. Okay. I mean...
Who's probably a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
When he probably can only take her for a certain limited time to go back to the old wife. So, it's just...
Yeah, Papa77 said, 2 girlfriends only looks good in porn and on paper.
Yeah. Looks good in the club, though,
Been there, done that.
It looks good. Yeah, it looked good on the club, though, too. Fucking,
We've done that, too, but, not to a super serious degree. It was just kind of like...
We were a little lighthearted about it.
A few times we were just kind of like, hey, we're all kind of drunk and it's kind of fun.
And here's the thing.
It wasn't anything serious.
Yeah, with us, it was girls that we knew as friends.
Yeah, we'd known them a
We
long
weren't
time.
trying to incorporate her into the relationship.
No.
I was still trying to hook her up with dudes.
Yeah. Like I said, it was just like an every now and then.
Yeah.
We're all we've been drinking, and it's like, hey, let's all go to the house or whatever. It was that kind of shit. Yeah. It wasn't we tried.
She wasn't part of our relationship.
We weren't trying to make her a third, or we didn't hang out with her. So we know people that do that, and they have ones for like a while, but then they usually have to get a new one.
Brian and Becky will have a girlfriend, and it's not him, it's her.
Yeah, because she's bi, and she's
weighing. She's got to have a woman. All right?
Yeah. And they're our age. But...
They're our age, yeah. They go for slightly younger women, 30s, sometimes 40s. They're in their 50s. And they've been doing this a long time. Long time.
Yeah.
Okay. I think the longest they've kept one is about 10 years.
Yeah, so they do have ones, and sometimes they'll move in because they have like a big house.
Yeah.
And sometimes they'll have the third like move in and stuff. Like I said, we were just more like kind of on the surface, kind of.
Yeah, it's still when you get down to it, man. Fucking everybody kind of wants their own person.
That's the thing. It's just kind of like, I know there's some people that aren't like that insist that they just, and that's probably true. But I don't know. Like Oracle's saying, there's something to be said for being with someone who knows you and stays with you. Yeah, it's like that's your person.
Yeah.
Like they know you, they've got your back.
Yeah.
You don't have to like...
I know how she fucking thinks. I know what she's going to say.
Yeah, like you can do like shorthand kind of shit. And there's something like really nice about that. Like it might not be super exciting after a long time, I guess, but I don't know. I don't really think of it that way.
It's not boring though.
No, it's really not. I never thought that.
Yeah. Well, we'll fucking go out and fucking do crazy shit like fucking get in the car and fucking run down to the fucking park and make a fucking porn flick. We'll do that, Like,
that's what I mean. Yeah, so it's like, so we didn't really get to a stagnant kind of thing where...
We'll do some crazy shit. Let's do some crazy shit.
It's like, hey, let's do this. Like,
Yeah.
Like I said, we bought the sex doll and it was just like, hey, let's put her in the bed. And
throw her in there.
Let's throw her in the mix.
Worship on it, Jan. Let me get this side. Get this side. Yeah. Let me come over here. All right. But it's all just fun and games.
Yeah.
And, we got a lot of toys and shit.
Yeah. But
Jen's made some fucking awesome videos and sold them with the.
So we're like open to doing that kind of stuff. It's just that, like you said, it's nice to just have that person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. You don't necessarily want to have to share them with somebody, like not in a super jealousy kind of way, but
So my advice is, if you youngsters and shit fucking talking about the threesome things, make sure that there's a bunch of limits to it. You got your person. That's yours. Don't try to incorporate another one.
Well, like I said,
that's the
thing about poly relationships. They can work. I mean, we have some friends that have them that work not forever, but like for long periods of time.
Yeah.
But the thing about that is that even more than in just, two people relationships, you really have to... Everybody has to be on the same page about what the rules are, what the boundaries are, like what you really have to like have discussions about that, which is good. I mean, you should be doing that anyway.
Fucking, for people who don't know what she's talking about boundaries, a lot of it doesn't have anything to do with sex. It's like, look, your woman tells you, look, she's cool and all, fucking, we have fun with her, but she can't come and take you to the club without me.
Yeah.
I ain't staying here on my own.
Yeah, you got like rules.
Yeah, there's shit like that, or it's always shit like that. You can't go see her without me knowing.
Right.
It's that kind of shit.
Well, because we were talking about this the other day, and I think probably most people, maybe if they never even talked about it openly, have this kind of rule. Like what? Because everybody has a different definition of what they consider cheating, right? Yeah. And I was just kind of like, well, I said, generally, I kind of feel like anything that you're doing behind your partner's back and you wouldn't want them to find out about...
That's cheating.
That's cheating, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, anything like of a sexual or romantic, any kind of nature.
Jen could hook up with some chick and just fuck the shit out of her and come back, and if she shows me the video, I'm like, oh, that's fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, he told me, he's like, I don't mind if you do that as long as I know about it.
Yeah, and as long as I'm somehow included in it. But the thing is she can't run off to the club with her.
I wouldn't do that anyway.
I know she wouldn't do it.
It wouldn't occur.
She wouldn't do it. And she has to be friends with me too. Though I have to know who it is. She's cool.
Yeah, which, like I said, and I don't have it's not restrictive or nothing like that.
Yeah.
I told you, like, I know you're not into dudes, but I said, well, you'd have the same rule if it was a dude.
Yeah.
Like, as long as you're not keeping stuff from me.
Yeah.
Like, we can talk about it.
Right.
Like, I don't want anybody sneaking around doing shit.
Yeah.
I don't like that because I don't like betrayal. I don't like lying. I don't like anything like that. If you want to do something, then ask about it. Like, I might say no, and I would hope that you would respect that, but don't just do it and then be like, oh, by the way, I did this shit behind your back. You know what I mean? It's like, that's fucked up. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Go to the restroom. How much time we have?
It's like 9 o'clock.
Okay, so that's about time, huh?
Yeah, so we should
probably... Well, go ahead and shut it down. I'm gonna go to the restroom. We'll get...
All right, so I guess we better shut it down. Yeah, we gotta go. I think they open. They open at 9:30. I think 9:30 or 10. I don't remember. Because they do a different thing. Like, normally the Saturday night, which is the 80s night, which is what we usually go to, that's 9:30, but sometimes Memento Mori is 10. But I'm not sure. I mean, the place is open. It's just, I don't know if, like, the event started yet. So sometimes there's normies in there like eating nachos and shit. So it's like, you know what I mean? And they haven't turned the lights off and there's shitty music on. So you have to like wait. But I don't know. I think it's probably 9:30. So we should probably go because I think it's about a half-hour drive and he still has to put my Corsa back on. But other than that, I'm ready. But yeah, thank you very much for hanging out with us this evening. Thank you very much for your super chats. You guys are always so awesome. I love hanging out with you guys on Friday nights. Happy Valentine's Day, obviously. Hope you guys had a good one. Have a good weekend. We'll be back on Monday doing a movie review. I don't know, a fucking movie. Maybe we'll go see Hard Eyes. We'll see. I know it's a little late for Valentine's Day, but whatever. I do still kind of want to see it. All right, so we will see you guys again on Monday night. Have a great weekend. Good night.